Michael Adebowale was told he didn't need to stand up in court because he was shot by police in the aftermath of the killing last week. And we've got some breaking news for you now, and the Met has banned the BNP from marching through Woolwich on Saturday. The far-right group had planned a rally from the barracks to the Islamic Centre in Lewisham. Commander Simon Letchford says it's in order to prevent serious disorder. Well, CCTV footage has been released which appears to capture the moment at a war memorial in central London when it was vandalised. One of London's biggest hospitals has been so overcrowded that operating theatres were turned into makeshift wards. That's what inspectors found during an assessment at Charing Cross Hospital. Well, Sejal Karia is at the hospital for us this evening. So, Sejal, what are the details? Sejal, thanks very much. There's more evidence today about the surge in the number of Londoners having to rely on food banks. Two charities, Oxfam and the Church Action Trust, say demand for handouts in the capital has almost tripled in 1 year. They claim it's because of rising food prices, unemployment and changes in the benefit system. Well, with me now is Chris Johns, the director of Oxfam UK's poverty programme. Thanks very much for joining us. I'm going to start off with a statement that we got from the Department for Works and Pensions earlier, and it said the benefit system supports millions of people who are on low incomes. I guess the reality is here, Chris, is as they're saying they support millions of families on a daily basis, and 500,000 are affected by this and having to go to food banks. So clearly there's a big difference between those that are able to cope and those who are finding it a lot more difficult to cope. Why do you think that is?
It's not paying out what it should be doing. And our research has highlighted a number of case studies on that.
Have you spoken to them about this? I mean, they said that the vast majority of benefits are processed on time every day. So it seems like a small amount of people have been affected by the delays as opposed to the majority. Do you think education has a lot to do with it as well?
To be honest, our experience of working with food bank users suggests that education has a relatively small part to do with it.
Can you be so sure that every person that's coming to the doors of the food banks is very much in need and not just looking to pick up some free food? About the reforms that have been made in terms of the benefit system, in your opinion, then it definitely is just about the time it takes and the delay. Chris Johns, thanks very much for joining us this evening. A murder investigation has been launched after an 82-year-old woman was killed in a fire in Deptford. Within the past half hour, UK accident investigators have challenged the first official description of last week's emergency landing at Heathrow. A London charity is working with countries around the world to tackle the horrific consequences of acid attacks. The Acid Survivors Trust raises money to improve services for victims in other countries, but it also helps women who've come to the capital in dire need of surgery and counselling. Claire Fernihoff has been speaking to a mother who was attacked in front of her two young children. A word of warning, though, her report contains images which some viewers might find upsetting. Work on the redevelopment of Battersea Power Station will start in October. The Malaysian consortium that now owns the building will spend £100 million over the next 3 years to transform the site. The plans include 3,500 homes, plus offices, shops and a park. Staying with properties, and a new survey shows that an overwhelming majority of Londoners believe house prices in the capital will continue to rise. We're watching the ITV News in London. Still to come, Martin will have the weekend's weather forecast. But now, 8 months after they ended, London's Olympics have delivered a financial legacy. The organising committee for the Games has today declared a profit. Now, she may only be 14, but one young performer is taking Britain's Got Talent by storm. Not only has Gabs Gardner floored the judges and crowds, she's even reportedly won the admiration of singer-songwriter Snoop Dogg. And the instant sensation from Stevenage promises there's even more to come. And one brief footnote about Sir Bruce Forsyth, actually. He'll be performing at this year's Glastonbury Festival. The 85-year-old will entertain festival goers with songs from his solo album. The ITV News continues with the national and international stories at 6:30. Here's a look at what's happening. A reminder now of London's top stories now. And as we came on air, there was news that the Met has banned the BNP from marching through Woolwich on Saturday. The far-right group had planned a rally from Woolwich Barracks to the Islamic Centre in Lewisham. Police Commander Simon Letchford said the ban is to prevent serious disorder. OK, well, it's time to find out exactly how the weather's shaping up for the weekend. Will it continue to be a little bit dry and gloomy? Well, let's find out, Martin Scott, not only today and tomorrow, but also the weekend.